2012-13 employment total persons engaged decline हुआ उस समय. Sir, we want to highlight the fact that the annual periodic labor force survey reports show that the labor market indicators for persons in the age group of 15 years and above has steadily improved under Prime Minister Modi 2017-18 to 2022-23. Our employment figures have improved. I'm giving you at least 4 indicators for that. Labor force participation has increased from 49.8 in 2017-18 to 57.9% in 22-23. Labor force participation number. इसमें women labor force participation has risen to 37% in 22-23 from 23% which was in 2017-18. Women का participation भी increase हुआ. The unemployment rate has declined from 6% in 2017-18 to a low of 3.2% in 22-23. Youth unemployment for the age group 15 to 29 has declined sharply from 17.8% in 2017-18 to 10% in 22-23. So the last point on this employment debate, sir, SBI research report, which was released in July 2024, said India created 12.5 crore jobs between 2014 and 23, compared to only 2.9 crore during the UPA 10 साल. 2.9 crore UPA के 10 साल में, मगर अभी 12.5 crore हमारी 10 साल में, सर. So employment के ऊपर बार-बार गलत फहमियां प्रचार करना ये छोड़ दें, क्योंकि डेटा उसके खिलाफ है. Sir, next is the question of inflation management. In inflation, periodic labor force does not include Narega, sir.
नहीं.
Does not include. I'm sorry. No comfort on that. Sir. Sir, inflation. So inflation, sir. Inflation as a subject. 7 honorable members spoke about it. I'm not taking their names. Sir, we saw double-digit high inflation period during the UPA era, and that is because of their reckless policies. I want to differentiate between the inflation which prevailed during UPA and the inflation, if at all, within the range which prevails now, some months which have gone up. There is a difference. Domestic inflation used to be higher than the global average during UPA's time. Global financial crisis 2008, sir. If you're talking about COVID, which is much more complex than the global financial crisis, global financial crisis 2008, UPA government took stimulus measures to boost the economy. But I'm sorry to say, I'll come to this particular matter because it has a relevance to one of the honorable members. Harvard and Oxford educated leaders, UPA government was run by them for the economy, did not know when and how to withdraw the stimulus, leading to a high double-digit inflation between 2009 and 13, high fiscal deficit and debt, crowding out private investment. So between January 2012 and 2014, just the 22 months, of the total 28 months, 22 months the inflation was above 9%. Almost double digit and almost double of the forbearance limit that is permitted. Inflation के इनके record ही है सर, उसको बीट करना आसान नहीं है. इसीलिए मैं बात बोल रही हूँ, यूपीए UPA, sir, UPA inherited a stable macroeconomic environment with inflation at 3.8% from 1999-2000 to 2003-4. अटल जी के समय पर इन्फ्लेशन उस रेंज में पर था, उसको इनहेरिट किया यूपीए ने. Comparatively, annual inflation rose to 8.1% between 2004-5 to 2013-14. अटल जी का 3.8%, इनका 8.1%. यही है इनका रिकॉर्ड इन्फ्लेशन मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर. सर, एक्चुअली क्योंकि हमारे एमपी साहब ऑलरेडी एक स्लोगन दे रहे, मैं बोलना चाहती हूँ, मैं हिंदी इलाके से नहीं आती हूँ, फिर भी ये याद है. कांग्रेस आई, महंगाई लाई, ये है इनका रिकॉर्ड. सर, because economy was in such poorly managed state because of inflation, I want to quote sir, RBI governor, उनका नाम नहीं ले रही हूं क्योंकि सदस्य नहीं है इधर, मगर वो एक किताब लिखे हैं. उस किताब में वो बोलते हैं, I quote, the finance ministry used to pressurize the RBI to soften interest rates and present a rosier picture of growth to shore up sentiments. क्योंकि आपके आर्थिक व्यवस्था इतना बिगड़ गई थी, आप आरबीआई को फोन करके उनको बोल रहे हैं कि प्लीज ठीक से मैनेज करो भैया, क्योंकि सेंटिमेंट अफेक्ट हो जाएगा. आप कुछ मैनेजमेंट नहीं किए, मगर ये किताब में फॉर्मर आरबीआई गवर्नर लिख रहे हैं सर इनका इकोनॉमी के मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर. शेम. वो हमें पूछते हैं कि इकोनॉमी कैसे मैनेज कर रहे हो. सर, India's inflation between 2020-2023 is much lower than the global average. Prime Minister Modi, in spite of COVID, planned the economy in such a way that our inflation did not affect so badly. I want to just give you the list of the records, sir. NDA के समय 99 to 2004 तक 3.8, UPA 1 में 6%, UPA 2 में 10.2%, so UPA 1 and 2 put together 8.1%. अभी हम आ रहे हैं NDA 1 में 14-15 से लेकर इन्फ्लेशन 5 years में 4.5%, NDA 2 में 5.7%, NDA 1 and 2 put together 5.1%. कहाँ है 8.1%? हमारे 5.1% कहाँ है? मैं ये भी दुख के साथ कहना चाह रही हूँ, जब प्रधानमंत्री जी पेट्रोल और डीजल प्राइस को 2 बार कम किए, बीजेपी स्टेट्स ने कम किया, इन्फ्लेशन हटवाए, मगर यूपीए के स्टेट्स कोई कुछ नहीं किया. उसके वजह से उनके स्टेट में इन्फ्लेशन हाई रहा. देश के लिए नुकसानदायक पॉलिसी है यूपीए का. ठीक है, हम कैसे मैनेज किए इन्फ्लेशन? ग्रुप ऑफ सर, एनडीए गवर्नमेंट कैसे मैनेज कर रही है? ग्रुप ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स के द्वारा इन्फ्लेशन को मॉनिटर करते हुए सप्लाई साइड का हर स्टेप हर बार उठाते हैं. मैं उदाहरण देती हूं सर, भारत ब्रांड आटा, राइस और पल्सेस का विषय हमने खरीद करके सब्सिडी के साथ जनता को पहुंचा रहे हैं. भारत आटा at 27.50 rupees per kg, और लोग खरीद रहे हैं कि नहीं खरीद रहे हैं? बिल्कुल खरीद रहे हैं. 14.87 lakh tons have been sold for common public. भारत राइस 27.5 rupees per kg में चावल मिलता है और 13.98 lakh tons बिक्री हो गए हैं सर, लोग खरीद रहे हैं. भारत चना दाल 60 rupees per kg के 1 kg का पैक 11.52 lakh टन सोल्ड हो गए. भारत मूंग दाल, बोथ मूंग दाल और साबुत मूंग दाल 2984.37 टन का सेल हो गया है. आम नागरिक तक हमारे भारत ब्रांड आटा पहुंच रही है, इसीलिए इन्फ्लेशन को वो फेस कर पा रहे हैं। सर, मैं अगले एक विषय, मुख्य विषय में आ रही हूं। SC ST को इग्नोर कर रहे हैं सरकार, विमेन एंड पुअर को इग्नोर कर रहे हैं। इसमें 4 लोग बात किए, चरणजीत शनी, श्रीमती डिम्पल यादव, K. Radhakrishnan, and Tol Tirumavalavan, all members, honorable members of parliament who have raised this issue. I want to say SC or ST or women ke allocation has gone up substantial. Number there you sir, 23-24 में 1,59,148 crores था SC का। इस साल 1,65,493 crores, 6,345 crores और बढ़ाए। ST 1,19,706 crores, 1,24,909 crores now, 5,113 crores अधिक, we have increased it. Women 2,38,220 crore पिछले साल, इस साल 3,27,158 crore, 88,938 crores ज्यादा दिए हैं इस साल में। सर, इस विषय में थोड़ा ऑनरेबल स्पीकर ध्यान से आपके सामने विषय रखेंगे। SC ST का एलोकेशन कम हो गया है, ऐसे प्रश्न पूछने वाले से मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ। कर्नाटका की कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट ने SC SC ST फंड से बजट में 9,980 दिए हुए बजट से 4,301 करोड़ ट्राइबल सब प्लान से निकाला गया, उसका पता नहीं चल रहा कहां है। So far of the total, Karnataka government has spent 2,228 crore, including 1,587 crore from the SC ST sub plan and 641 crore from the tribal sub plan specifically. God knows where this is going. Because this has been questioned in Karnataka itself by the leader of the opposition and the media. I want to ask माननीय फॉर्मर चीफ मिनिस्टर चरणजीत शन्नी जी, आपके लीडर से बात करिए, कर्नाटका में जाकर के SC का हालात के ऊपर प्रश्न पूछिए। इधर पूछने का आवश्यकता नहीं है, उधर कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट में हो रही है इतनी सारी घपला। फिर कर्नाटका से एक और विषय सर, जरूर मैं मानती हूं कांग्रेस में SC के विषय में बात करने वाले हर नेता कर्नाटका आज ही जाए, पूछ ले कि क्या हो रही है। SC के पैसा को निकाल करके प्राइवेट अकाउंट में डाला जा रहा है, किसी को मालूम नहीं हो रहे। SC के ऊपर इधर लेक्चर हो रही है। वाल्मीकि विषय, कर्नाटका महर्षि वाल्मीकि शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब्स डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन स्कैम, बड़ा सा स्कैम सर। इसमें सर विषय देख लीजिए, कितना इंटरेस्टिंग बात। नॉर्मली गवर्नमेंट स्टैंड्स अप टू से नो गपला, क्या आरोप लगा रही हो, सॉरी, ऐसे बात करने के लिए सरकार के पक्ष में से खड़े होते हैं। मगर उधर नाम नहीं ले रहा हूं, मुख्यमंत्री जी खड़े होकर के बोल रहे हैं, अरे भैया वो 187 करोड़ नहीं है, सिर्फ 89 करोड़ से जो गपला है, मगर नॉट 187 करोड़ बट ओनली 89 करोड़। ये देख लीजिए क्या कॉन्फिडेंस,
यही कांग्रेस है।
गपला करो फिर आर्ग्यू करो, बोलो कि 189 नहीं है भैया, जस्ट 89 है, छोड़ दो। SC का पैसा सर, ST का पैसा सर, दोनों उधर गपले हो रही है, मगर इधर SC के ऊपर लेक्चर हमें दे रहे। SC के ऊपर चीफ मिनिस्टर पंजाब के प्रश्न पूछ रहे।
In the past, BJP government, how many scams have been occurred?
सर स्किल इंडिया मिशन के ऊपर ऑनरेबल मेंबर अभिषेक बनर्जी, ऑनरेबल मेंबर ओवैसी जी और वरुण चौधरी जी ने प्रश्न पूछा. आई वांट टू हाईलाइट 3 ऑनरेबल मेंबर्स अभिषेक बनर्जी जी, ओवैसी जी और वरुण चौधरी जी ने प्रश्न पूछा. इन द लास्ट डिकेड, क्योंकि डिजिटल पब्लिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इतना नेसेसरी हो गया है, स्किल इंडिया डिजिटल हब में कैसे क्या है विषय, उनका कंसर्न है स्किल इंडिया मिशन में सक्सेस नहीं हुआ. मैं उनको जेंटली बोल सकती हूँ. इन द लास्ट डिकेड द एम्प्लॉयमेंट ऑफ इंडियन यूथ हैज इंक्रीज्ड शार्पली, rising from 34% in 2014 to 51% in 24. ये सब क्योंकि उनका स्किलिंग हुआ, उनके अपग्रेडिंग ऑफ स्किलिंग हुआ, उसके वजह से वो आगे आना संभव बन रहे. और इस बार बजट के द्वारा 5 स्कीम्स का पैकेज पीएम स्किल फॉर यूथ और एम्प्लॉयमेंट फॉर यूथ के पैकेज के द्वारा इसको और आगे बढ़ाएंगे. यूथ के लिए हम काम करेंगे. और हमारे पोजीशन सर वर्ल्ड स्किल्स कंपटीशन में 19th पोजीशन में थे हम 2017 में स्किलिंग में. आज 11वीं पोजीशन में 11th रैंक में आ गए हैं बाय 2020. सर 3 members have spoken on poverty and global hunger index. Poverty and global hunger index, Kumari Shelja ji, Durai Vaiko ji और गुरमीत सिंह जी. Sir, I want to first of all, with all humility and modesty say, flawed indicators such as the global hunger index for India's sake may not work out. I'm not saying because you have raised a point, but I'll tell you why. इन सबके विश्वसनीयता, I'll try to say it in Hindi, sir. मैं इस ग्लोबल हंगर इंडेक्स की विश्वसनीयता पे कुछ बात रखना चाहती हूँ. हाँ, मैं प्रश्न रखना चाहती हूँ. हाँ, मैं जो विषय मैं क्वेश्चन के द्वारा जवाब दे रही हूँ. कॉन्फ्लिक्ट रिडन कंट्रीज सर, पाकिस्तान जैसे कंट्रीज को, सूडान जैसे कंट्रीज को भारत से आगे रैंकिंग कैसे मिल रहा है सर? अफ्रीकन नेशंस में आज भी उनका पर कैपिटा इनकम भी कम है. फिर पाकिस्तान में आज तक आटा के क्यों, मैं आई एम नॉट सेइंग इट इन अ सेंस ऑफ यू लुक एट देम दे आर सफरिंग, नो, I don't want them to suffer, but it is a reality. Today, they are not able to obtain even basic food. Here, 80 करोड़ लोग के लिए भारत देश में मुफ्त में हम अनाज दे रहे हैं, फिर भी हंगर इंडेक्स में हाई है. ये कैसे ये विश्वसनीयता स्थापित करेंगे? सर, हाउसहोल्ड सेविंग्स will do. Household savings at 50-year low, while household debt has been increased. Sri Honorable MP Abhishek Banerjee ने ये प्रश्न पूछा. Sir, year-wise accumulation. This is very interesting data, sir. I request honorable members to kindly pay attention to this fact. Net financial savings of the household sector from 8.32 lakh crores in 2013-14 has risen to 14.616 lakh crores in 22-23. Net financial savings of the household sector. This is an increase of 70%. Household savings in the form of physical assets. बैंक में फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट में कैश रखना एक चीज है, मगर घर खरीदना या घर में विस्तार करने के लिए एक कमरा बनाना वो अलग विषय है. Today in the form of physical assets, sir, construction of houses or other immovable properties increased from 14 lakh crores in 2013-14 to 35 lakh crores in 22-23. It clearly indicates a shift of savings in the form of physical assets rather than in the form of financial assets. The registered investor base at the National Stock Exchange has tripled from March 2020 to 2024 to 9.2 crores of Indians 31 March 2024. So potentially translating into 20% of India's households now are channeling their household savings into financial markets. ये हम ध्यान में रखना चाहिए सर. I'll come to that. I'll certainly come to that. Sir, Honorable Speaker, sir, I'm almost coming to the end, sir, but one or two important points. Sir, I thought you wanted the answers. I thought you wanted the answers. Sir, lack of transparency in budget. Lack of transparency in budget was the issue raised by Honorable Member N.K. Premchandran. I want to highlight the facts, sir. In fact, it is completely the opposite of what used to prevail under UPA. And I'll give you examples with which I want to say this charge, lack of transparency in budget, should actually be posed by N.K. Premchandran ji to UPA budgets. Sir, all the details have already been provided. I'm not going to say what is revenue, how much is revenue receipt, how much is other receipts. The borrowings are meant for financing fiscal deficit, because the question also said how government will finance the additional allocation of around 56,000 crores. So I want to just highlight borrowings are for financing fiscal deficit in a way. I would like to mention that the borrowing has been reduced due to better fiscal management and reducing the fiscal deficit from 5.1% in interim budget to 4.9% in the regular budget of 24-25 explains that. The hallmark of Prime Minister Modi from the days when he was Chief Minister of Gujarat is fiscal prudence without compromising on welfare. He continues on that train. He has not compromised on welfare businesses or schemes, but very clearly manages his finances carefully, and that is why you have that fiscal prudence reflecting in the fiscal deficit. Sir, this is a total contrast to what had prevailed during UPA. I want to highlight how the Congress-led UPA government constant practice of hiding the deficits through off-budget borrowings and issuance of oil bonds, which shifted the fiscal burden to future generations. Under the UPA, standard fiscal practices were routinely changed to make the budget numbers look favorable. You saw, I've already said how the RBI governor spoke. In order to make an impression of nice, goody-goody, you call the RBI, you fudge the numbers, you put it under the carpet. All this has happened during UPA, not our times. In financial year 2021, the government, our government under Prime Minister Modi, rapidly repaid all outstanding National Small Saving Fund loans, which were provided to the FCI in lieu of food subsidy by providing additional budgetary support. We cleared the accounts.
Very good.
And as a result, that came onto the budget, and there was no hiding under the carpet. External borrowing कर दिया, budget में दिखाया नहीं. मैं budget fiscal deficit अच्छा number दिखाऊंगा, मगर इधर borrow करते रहे. नहीं. Everything that you get, everything that happens in finance ministry is now in the budget for all of us to see. इसमें कोई पीछे से borrow करो, उधर रखो, इधर दिखाना नहीं है, नहीं होता. So lack of transparency अगर है तो वो यूपीए के गवर्नमेंट में हुआ था, अभी नहीं. Complete food subsidy under the PM Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana is being provided transparently through government budget. Sir, from 21-22, off-budget funded schemes are being proactively disclosed in the budget document. इसीलिए हर step हम ले रहे हैं transparency की ओर. I want this to be recognized by the honorable member. So the last two members who asked particular questions, sir, on the minority budget has been reduced. Honorable Member Ziaur Rahman Bark from UP. I forget his constituency, Sambal. But I must say, sir, you normally don't allow us to mention names of people who are not the members. But with your permission, I want for a moment to pay a momentary dedication to his grandfather, Shafiqur Rahman Bak, late Sri Shafiqur Rahman Bak, because he was a very elderly member. He came several times to meet me on his constituency-related problems. I used to respect him. I gave him a lot of time to understand his issues, and where I could help, I have helped him. But not for that, but I do recognize the dignity with which he has approached his assignments, even with that aged, even with that seniority in age. So I want to respect the grandson who's now come in his position, who's asked this question. So minority budget, has it come down? No, it hasn't come down. I want to very clearly say, sir, 22-23, actuals are 803 crores. 23-24, budget estimates were 3,098 crore. 24-25 budgetary estimates, 3,183 crore, 85 crores more than the last year has been given. No reduction in the fund. Sir, under NMDFC, which is National Minorities Development and Finance Corporation, since 2014, 8,300 crores worth of loans have been disbursed to more than 22.5 lakh minority beneficiaries, of whom 85% are women. So the young new member, I want to give him the information. And the last one, sir, under insurance problem in the country, and there is an 18% GST on health insurance. This was asked by Honorable Member Karthi Chidambaram. I want to highlight that PM Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana has over 20 crore enrollments and over 16,087 crore claims have been paid till date. 2 lakh insurance cover at just 436 rupees per annum premium. We have paid 2 lakh, we have paid 20 crore enrollments and 16,087 crores have been cleared as insurance claims. PM Suraksha Bima Yojana, sir, 44 crore enrollments and 2,757 crore claims have already been paid. And what is the structure, sir? 2 lakh rupees for total disability or accidental death at just 20 rupees per annum premium. So this is the way insurance for the common people have been given by Prime Minister Modi, and this is reaching a lot of poor people. And I'm happy to say, even during COVID, we had cleared a lot of claims, even if they didn't meet the usual requirements of doctor's certificate, mortuary certificate, nothing. PM gave a clear instruction saying, during COVID, all claims be settled. We don't want anyone to suffer because insurance certificates are not come. Sir, this is not something I very much would want to speak about, but there are one or two things which I need to highlight before I come to the last 2 points, sir. Professor Saugata Roy has raised a lot of issues, but I'm astonished, sir, from the land of Bengal, which inspired our freedom movement, which gave us the slogan, Vande Mataram. Here, yeah, you don't hear me all right, no? Vande Mataram. I'll be happy to say it 10 times. Vande Mataram. Bengal gave this call, and we are very inspired by that. And from that Bengal today, we have a Professor Saugata Roy, who says, I'm not bothered, I'm not worried, but it is worth mentioning for this House's consideration. He says, I do not expect Finance Minister to be like Dr. Manmohan Singh. Certainly, I also don't want to be like Dr. Manmohan Singh. She is not a PhD from Oxford, not even like Chidambaram, who has got a management degree from Harvard. She's from our own JNU. But the problem is she's bereft of new ideas. सीधा मैं आ रही हूं सर प्रश्न सीधा मैं आ रही हूं प्रश्न में a lady who I respect a lot who sits equally in the GST council with me, Srimati Chandrima Bhattacharya, who is the finance minister of Bengal, studied in University of Calcutta. Sir, you may delete the name, sir. You may delete it. Finance Minister of Bengal, studied in University of Kolkata. That's all right, sir. She is also, I respect her, which means, is she also bereft of new ideas? Is she also bereft of new ideas, sir? I don't want to take her name. Finance Minister of Bengal. Please delete the name. I'm not against it. I respect her, sir. She does wonderful contribution in the GST Council. She is from University of Kolkata. So when the reference is made to me saying she is from JNU, but the problem is she doesn't have any, she's bereft of new ideas. Is she bereft of new ideas? Equally, I want to ask, the Chief Minister of Bengal is also from colleges affiliated to the University of Calcutta. Does it mean that if you study in Indian universities, you are bereft of ideas? She is a fighter who's leading the state for so many years. Very chauvinist comments. So, I'll come. Sir, I'm astonished when we talk about the Chief Minister's qualification and saying that she's a good Chief Minister who's fighting. We are from Indian universities. Whether it is Chief Minister of Bengal or myself, we're all from Indian universities. In what way we are next to the Harvards of the world, the Oxfords of the world? I want to ask this question to the main chauvinist professor who seem to be attacking women, and even worse, he's a professor in one of the Indian colleges. He is not teaching in Harvard. He is not teaching in Oxford. So is he also equally not so qualified? A professor in Indian university demeans people who have got qualification from Indian universities, sir. Professor Saugata Roy, please be ashamed of yourself. Sir, even worse. He says in 1920, the inequality, sir, the inequality in India was less in 1920 than it is now. It's the statement professor made. I can't believe this statement. Sir, Bengal suffered under the British. We all see the images of skinny, starved, bone and skin Indians, Bengal people who were starved by the British, and the entire grain of West Bengal was taken to fund the war. People were photographed sitting skinny with bones and skin, and that Bengal was better in equality than now. What a shameful statement to make. In this house, inequality was better under British than now. What a shameful statement to make. Now I come to talking about Bengal's economy, sir. I'll give all the white paper they want. Sir, West Bengal's share in total industrial production of this country. Honorable Speaker, sir, I'd like to draw your attention and say West Bengal's share of the total industrial production of this country, which used to be 24%. I want honorable members to keep paying attention to this data. It's very important for this country. 24% was Bengal's contribution to total industrial production of this country at the time of independence. Today, you want to know what that number is? 3.5. That's the Bengal economy. That's the Bengal economy. Sir, there's been a downward trend in the gross capital formation. In 2010, West Bengal accounted for 6.7% capital formation in India. Now it accounts only for 2.9%. They want a white paper. I'll give a white paper. I will definitely give a white paper. This is the Bengal's economy, sir.
सभा की कार्रवाई आज 8 बजे तक बढ़ाई जाती है।
The state of West Bengal, sir, attracts less than 1% of the total Indian FDI.
अगर आप सवाल पूछोगे तो जवाब सुनना पड़ेगा। आपने सवाल किया तो जवाब देनी है वित्त मंत्री जी।
Sir, Honorable Member Supriya Sule had asked question about fiscal deficit target may not be achieved. With supplementary demand, it might go up to 5.6%. These are apprehension. I want to reply to Honorable Member Supriya Sule, sir. The year-end actuals of a year represents the full financial year's expenditure. It is inclusive of additional appropriation that may have been granted to the parliament by the parliament through supplementary demand. But I want to lay before honorable member my fiscal deficit numbers. 21-22, the fiscal target set was 6.8%. What we achieved is 6.7%. 22-23, 6.4 was the target set. 6.4 was achieved. 23-24, 5.9 was target set. 5.6 was achieved. And 2024-25, 4.9 is what we mentioned here. I'm confident that of achieving that fiscal goal and the glide path which we have given, and therefore 4.5% of GDP for 25-26 is what we achieve. Will achieve this my hope. Sir, before I come to the conclusion, there's one I will come to the conclusion with. But before I come to that, sir, I want to highlight the fact.
माननीय सदस्य नेता प्रतिपक्ष प्लीज आसन के पीठ पेट कर नहीं बैठते। संविधान नेता प्रतिपक्ष हो जाने से अकल कहाँ से आएगा?
Sir, this is an important issue I want to raise, sir, before I come to the conclusion. Sir, today, when we are discussing the journey of Vikasit Bharat, I want to draw your attention towards a very serious issue. To make India develop, it is necessary for the country to have big economic and strategic power. But if there will be instability and anarchy in the country, their journey towards Vikasit Bharat will become more difficult. This is a huge challenge for us. And as a nation, we have to understand where the problem is. India's social fabric, parliamentary traditions, economy, and the armed forces are all four being severely attacked. We have united our diverse society through the hard-working people of this country over the generations. After independence, sir,
Lord
our
Kimatana.
constitution was put in place, and it has put in place several arrangements to keep the society united. But today, through a conspiracy, the fault lines of our society are being exposed. Mistrust is being created against each other in the society through fallacies, lies, and deceit. Sir, efforts are being made to create such a situation that even a spark will lead to a lot of conflict. Similarly, the attacks on the armed forces are also being intensified on some pretext or the other, or one pretext or the other. Efforts are being made to divide the army and the soldiers. The strength of the army is its discipline and unity. As a part of a conspiracy, sir, this strength of the army is being challenged. Whatever is happening today regarding Agniveer is a part of this conspiracy. I'm afraid to say this. Apart from the society, parliament, army are all under attack. And even the economy is being attacked. When the people of India have really struggled to come out of COVID and are building a society on their effort. We as people representing them in this house at least should recognize the hard work of our people and not undermine India as a country which is growing at this rate. So entrepreneurship itself is being made a villain, sir, which is a shame. Hard-working entrepreneurs are building this country. The conspiracy is to end India's entrepreneurship culture, even if before it fully blooms, and thereby hitting at the Indian core backbone, which is the entrepreneurship, small and medium units, and enterprise is what is building India. Negativity is being spread in society towards all those who do business. And this hatred for business and wealth creators is spilling everywhere. There is a conspiracy to send a message to the entire world that India is not safe for investors, sir. And this is not good. Rumors are being spread that Indian institutions cannot guarantee security to foreign investments, which is really a sad situation, sir. Strategic instability, economic instability, and political instability. Some forces are working to create this kind of an image of India, and we should all fight together that this kind of instability building people should be told a lesson. There is a huge nexus. There is a huge nexus behind this, which is carrying out this conspiracy from the streets and even to the parliament. No debates without protests, which are aggressive protests are happening. You don't even hear answers which are being given. And I'm sorry to remind this honorable house that when the honorable Prime Minister stood up to speak, at most disruption happened and people did not want to listen to him. They were screaming, but parliamentary institutional maryada ke upar unse first lecture aata hai. Jab all over the well, they had people standing and people were forced or nudged or cajoled to say, go into the well, protest. Sir, institutional respect, we have to keep it. Every countryman has come together to fight this conspiracy. We have to be alert, sir. And I take this opportunity to say this. So the last matter, sir. Sir, the last matter. The last matter, sir. Halwa. Okay? We should talk about it. Sir, it pains me, sir. It pains me, actually. If only we know the background with which Halwa ceremonies are conducted before the budget is prepared. If only we know the background. Sir? If only we know the background of why Halwa ceremonies happens. It's a very important phase where actually in this country, Halwa ceremonies have been happening for a very long time.
माननीय मंत्री जी कब से हो रही है ये भी बता दो आप।
मैं बोल रहे हैं सर, मिंटो रोड में जब प्रिंटिंग प्रेस था, जब बजट उधर प्रिंट होता था, तब से लेकर के स्टाफ who get themselves inside that premises, बजट प्रेजेंट होने के बाद तक जब बाहर नहीं आते थे, आज भी वो सिस्टम बरकरार है। वो लोग अपने आप, क्योंकि अंदर जाने के बाद till they can't come out till the budget is read, on their own used to organize हलवा मेकिंग, क्योंकि भारत में एक ट्रेडिशन है, कोई भी अच्छा काम शुरू करने से पहले मुंह मीठा। At that time, sir, 9 वीकली में नहीं होगा। ओके, मैं करेक्ट, भारत में हो रहा, कहीं और नहीं। सर, नवरात्रि मीनिंग 9 nights and 8 days पुराने जमाने में they used to stay inside only, no phone, no contact, no landline. If anything, one officer who was given the power to come in and go out, he would convey the message. कुछ नहीं और बाहर वर्ल्ड से संपर्क। बोल रही, प्लीज। अभी सर 5 nights and 4 days nowadays they stay in the cellar of North Block, and this is essentially because the confidentiality of budget making has to be respected. So they go in, and before going in, we start this halwa ceremony. And there are media reports, sir, one or two, which I'll read out, which captures it. Halwa ceremony, sir, one media report says, and I quote, "It serves as a recognition for the hard work and dedication of the finance ministry officials and staff who have been diligently preparing the budget documents. Dating back to 1980, the Halwa ceremony precedes the printing of the budget documents, which take place at the basement of the North Block, a process that must be completed without any official leaving the premises until the budget formally is presented." So this is done more, unquote. Now I again take one line. A sense of solidarity and teamwork among the team members के लिए ये बना करते हैं. It also says it stands as a testament to the tradition and protocols observed in one of the most significant events in the Indian governance calendar. Sir? Yes, in this set, the staff themselves make it. The staff themselves make the halwa. Staff themselves make it. Sir, why did it become? Sir, I wish honorable members listen, sir, because they are very scared that something is coming to hit them. When did this become a photo event? When did this become a photo event? Sir, I want to underline this. 2013-14 में मंत्री जी नीचे सेल्लार में जाकर के हलवा बंटवारा करने का शुरुआत 2013-14 में हुआ। मैं पूछ रही हूँ कब? By that time, क्योंकि our leader of the opposition by that time was a full active leader. उससे पहले ऑर्डिनेंस फटा भी गया, वो इंडिपेंडेंस दिखाया विपक्ष के नेता। क्यों उस समय फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर तब की, उनसे ये पूछा नहीं गया कि कितना एससी है भाई, आप नीचे जा रहे हो फोटो के लिए, बोलो नहीं तो वो हलवा में कैंसिल करूंगा, क्योंकि उस समय वो पावरफुल थे ना, रिमोट कंट्रोल था ना। वो हलवा क्यों कैंसिल नहीं किया? उनके हलवा कैंसिल नहीं किया, तब ये पूछा नहीं गया भारत के हलवा बटाया जा रहा। सर, ये आदत किसी का हो तो वो जमाना गया। मलाई खा करके इस देश को छोड़कर या छोड़कर लोग गए, लोग वोट करके मलाई खाने वाले को दिखाया रास्ता, चले जाओ, अब सत्ता में बैठना नहीं है, वो जमाना गया। मगर उस समय के फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर से ये पूछा नहीं गया, आप नीचे जा रहे हो बंटवारा करने के लिए, हलवा बंटवारे करने के लिए, आपके साथ कितने एससी है, कितने एसटी है, कितने ओबीसी है, वो पूछा नहीं है। उस समय के ऑफिसर्स लोग के स्टैटिस्टिक्स गणना नहीं हुआ, मगर अभी पूछा जा रहा है। इसीलिए मैं बोल रही हूँ, इस देश में लोगों को बंटवारे करने में कुछ षड्यंत्र के साथ इस प्रश्न पूछा जा रहा है। सर, इट्स अ शेम। मैं इस मौके पर मैं रिस्पेक्ट करना चाहती हूँ दो लोगों को। सर, आप परमिट नहीं करते हैं नाम लेने के लिए, वो मेंबर भी नहीं है, मगर प्रिंटिंग हमारा फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री के इंपॉर्टेंट स्टाफ दो लोग, उनको मैं जिक्र करना चाहती हूँ। सर, ये सेक्रेट नहीं, प्लीज आप सुन लीजिए, सेक्रेट हलवा के विषय और इसमें इतना इमोशन जुड़ा हुआ है, ये समझ में आएगा। सर, रिटायर्ड ऑफिसर उनके पिताजी गुजर चुके थे जब वो अंदर पहुंच गए, और बाहर आने का कुछ नहीं है पॉसिबिलिटी। श्री कुलदीप शर्मा जी डिप्टी मैनेजर थे प्रेस का, उनके पिताजी का देहांत होने का विषय उनको अंदर होने के बाद मिला, फिर भी सर वो कमिटमेंट देखिए, वो जब तक फाइनेंस का बजट डिक्लेयर हुआ तब तक बाहर नहीं आया। मैं उनके सर झुक करके नमन करती हूँ। ऐसे लोग हैं सर, उधर उनका सेंटिमेंट है हलवा बनाना और बंटवारा करना, उनको नीचे दिखाना अच्छा नहीं है, नीचे दिखाना अच्छा नहीं है। दूसरा मैं बोल रही हूँ, श्री सुभाष अभी भी है प्रिंटिंग प्रेस में, वो भी अंदर जाने के समय उनको मैसेज आया, उनके सुपुत्र का देहांत हुआ सर, मगर वो बोले नहीं, मेरा जिम्मेदारी, क्योंकि हलवा के सेरेमनी हो गए, मैं अंदर आ रही हूँ, इससे आई विल नॉट कम आउट। ये है सेंटिमेंट उधर, हलवा बनाना और अंदर जाना, पूरे कर्तव्य निभाना और बाहर आना, इसको नीचे दिखाना सही नहीं है सर। एससी के ऊपर, ओबीसी के ऊपर बहुत सारे विषय हमारे एमपी गण बात कर रहे हैं। फर्स्ट प्रधानमंत्री जी नेहरू जी का लेख सबको शायद अनुराग जी ने पढ़ दिखाया। नेहरू जी ने 27 जून 1961 को लिख रहे हैं, I quote, sir, I dislike any kind of reservation, more particularly in service. I react strongly against anything which leads to inefficiency and second-rate standards. Unquote. Sir, that is Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India. Okay. Next, sir. खाका खालेकर कमीशन के रिपोर्ट 1955 में जब रिकमेंडेशन आ चुका था, तब से लेकर के कांग्रेस पार्टी के हर गवर्नमेंट उसको दरकिनारे कर दिए। बैकवर्ड कमीशन के कोई कुछ सोच नहीं था। In 1980, मंडल कमीशन रिपोर्ट was submitted to श्रीमती इंदिरा गांधी, तब के प्राइम मिनिस्टर। Even she didn't touch it. And तब के कांग्रेस के नारा में बोल रही हूँ सर, my Hindi is not very good, but I still say, what was the slogan? ना जात पर ना पात पर, मोहर लगाएगी हाथ पर। सो जात तब नहीं है, हाथ नहीं है, मगर अभी बोला जा रहा है जाति जाति। कितना लोग हलवा में थे, कितना लोग हलवा फोटो में थे, कितने नीचे पे थे। जब तब अगर आपने सही इसको तभी ले आते तो ओबीसी ऑफिसर आज सेक्रेटरी लेवल तक पहुंचने का मौका था। यू स्टॉप्ड इट सर। नो, इवन वर्स सर, शायद अनुराग जी ने नहीं बताया, मैं एक और कोटेशन पढ़ना चाह रही सर। राजीव गांधी जी, लेट प्राइम मिनिस्टर राजीव गांधी जी, gave an interview to Alok Mehta in March 1985, a senior journalist. In that interview, former Prime Minister about OBC reservation says this, quote kar rahi hu, sir, no promotion of idiots in the name of reservation. And that promoting idiots in the name of reservation, and that promoting idiots in the name of reservation would harm the entire country, unquote. रिजर्वेशन के ऊपर ये इतना लेक्चर दे रहे हैं सर अंबेडकर जी कैबिनेट से निकल करके he said I don't want to be in this because there is no justice for backward communities or for SCs. उनके चिट्ठी ये सब विषय लंबा सा चिट्ठी सर, मगर वो रेलेवेंट पैराग्राफ में पढ़ रही हूँ. So he said, quote, I will now refer to another, second in brackets, matter that I will now refer to another matter that had made me dissatisfied with the government. It relates to the treatment accorded to the backward classes and scheduled castes. I was very sorry that the Constitution did not embody any safeguards for the backward classes. It was left to be done by the executive government on the basis of recommendations of a commission to be appointed by the president. More than a year has elapsed since we passed the Constitution, but the government has not even thought of appointing the commission, unquote. So Ambedkar ji सरकार से छोड़कर जाने, सरकार किसकी थी सर? First government under Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the first prime minister. इनके दादा परदादा के बयान ये सब है सर. आज ये रिजर्वेशन के ऊपर और SC/ST के ऊपर बात करते हैं. मैं प्रश्न पूछना चाहती हूँ सर. अभी इंग्लिश में बोलते हैं सर.
अरे लोहिया जी नेता के खिलाफ तो सब है.
इंग्लिश में बोलते हैं चैरिटी बिगिंस फ्रॉम होम. सुनिए चैरिटी बिगिंस फ्रॉम होम, मीनिंग आप जो दूसरे को बोल रही हो वो आप पहले कर दिखाओ. मैं पूछ रही हूँ सर, राजीव गांधी फाउंडेशन में कितने SC हैं, कितने OBC हैं? क्योंकि बाहर के वाले लोगों का नाम पढ़ना नहीं है. 9 लोग हैं, कोई SC नहीं है. चैरिटी बिगिंस एट होम सर. आप पहले आपके व्यवस्था सही करो, SC को दो, फिर आकर हमसे पूछ लो भाई. ये बोलो सर. फिर दूसरा एक उदाहरण देती हूँ सर. राजीव गांधी चैरिटेबल ट्रस्ट, उसमें 5 लोग हैं बोर्ड ऑफ ट्रस्टीज में. नाम नहीं पढ़ रही हूँ सर, मगर मुझे एक भी SC नहीं दिखाई. सो सर SC/ST लोग के ऊपर हम सब कुछ अच्छे करने के लिए इरादा रख सकते हैं, मगर जनरेशन आफ्टर परदादा दादा सबके बयान एक ही जैसे जब है और काम कुछ नहीं हुआ, आप जाकर के आज बोलेंगे तो कैसे भरोसा आएगा सर? और ऊपर से हलवा जैसे एक इमोशनल सेंटिमेंटल मैटर जिसमें पूरे उस मिनट का फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री के स्टाफ बंद अंदर कमरे में ये रह करके काम करते हैं, उनके मुंह मीठा करने का काम में आप ऐसे प्रश्न चिन्ह के साथ. और मैं जब इस विषय में मैं कैसे जवाब दूं ऐसे करके सर पे हाथ रखा तो पूरे ट्रोल आर्मी के साथ मुझे पूछा जा रहा है कि SC के ऊपर जब विपक्ष के नेता बात कर रहे हैं आप सर पर हाथ रख रही हो, हंस रही हो. नहीं, ऐसे एक इमोशनल मैटर को इतना हल्के से डील कर रहे, उसको मैं सर न फोड़. सर थैंक यू वेरी मच सर. मैं बजट के लिए कुछ इतना समय दिए आपके लिए मैं धन्यवाद।